We're live.
The countdown ended, and you go 2.
It was so confusing.
Yeah, hey, that's how it started.
Technology, guys.
I know. We're on. We're live. It's 9 a.m. on the East Coast, the time zone. On a Thursday, that means it's time for this week of Gear Report, the show where we do shit shooting most of the time, apparently, because I think
pretty much
it's going to be pretty much tonight. We typically talk about what's been published since last week, and I got to tell you, I've been busy and have not published anything. I have made further progress on the first of the Maxim Defense videos. So a big shout out where we're talking about Maxim Defense to the official sponsors of this week at Gear Report, Maxim Defense Industries. The PDX in 300 Blackout is the one that is up first in the queue. And I have made more progress on the writing. It's a really cool, somewhat complex and different firearm, so it's taking longer than a typical. I can crank out an AR-15 review pretty quickly because a freaking AR-15 is an AR-15, but this is different. It is definitely.
I can crank out some stuff too pretty quick.
Oh, I didn't see Kevin down there. All right,
I was gonna say, I was just getting ready to say Kevin's here.
Yeah, all right, let me click the button.
The button.
Boom, there he is.
Hey.
All right.
What's up, gentlemen?
Howdy.
I'm doing
Well,
extremely
we'd
well.
like to welcome. We haven't done introductions yet, so let's do that right now. Hi, I'm Jeff, and that guy is.
I'm TJ, Director of Snacks and Beverages.
He is.
I have a title.
That is a true story.
It's prestigious title.
I think so. And then moving on.
I like that.
You see,
and then wrong way.
Other way. Yep, I always point the wrong way too.
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah,
there we go.
There he is.
Hey, gentlemen, my name's Kevin. I'm with GSL Technology Suppressors.
There you go.
That company.
Yep.
What's a cool patch?
Nice.
Very cool.
Okay, so again, we have Gizzard Gary. And sorry to not celebrate more. Kevin's been with us a few times, and we often kind of put an invite out there to brands that have been on the show, and Kevin hops in with us every now and then. So he knows the drill. We're going to go through the show, and he will interject as he sees fit and tell us any new things about that brand. We'll get to that in a minute. Right now, we got to say hi to people who are out there in the chat. So Gizzard Gary. Apparently not in a foul mood because he says yo 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 in a typical trademark fashion, which I appreciate that he said it correctly. If we ever get to court and have to contest the trademark on the yo yo yo, I fear that it could get a little bit ugly. Hopefully not too ugly. There we go. We went to 3 people.
Gizzard Gary is always in a foul mood.
That's what I hear. Yep. Yo, I guess. You know what? If you met the gun snob, you know what we're working with here. So he got one of the yos. I'm calling that a win, brother. Good job, gun snob.
Oh, look at
I got a gun snob. I got a gun snob patch, and I got a Gizzard Gary patch last weekend.
Awesome. Wow.
I don't even have a gun snob patch.
Have those,
and both of them glow in the dark.
I've got the Gizzard Gary patch, and Gizzard's glows in the dark. It scares me at night.
Yeah,
it's what the? Oh, it's
I have stickers for the Gizzard Gary early bird chat and just the Gizzard Gary sticker. But I don't think I have any patches. Let's see what else is in here.
Oh dear.
Oh wait, what?
Yeah.
What in the world is this?
Boom.
A Gear Report sticker?
There you go.
Those are collector's items.
They are.
Because there's like 10 of them ever made.
Yeah. Oh, you know, since we're talking about the Gear Report stickers, the Tactical Leprechaun had those stickers made for me, and Clover supposedly had a new batch made, and he was supposed to give them to you, TJ, somewhere. Were you supposed to go to Houston or something, and you didn't make it?
Yeah, I was going to go to Wanamaker's, but I think I'm going to NFA.
That was before. a little while ago. And since you didn't show up, I was like, all right, just let me know what I owe you, and I'll, you can have them sent to me. And I haven't heard anything from him on that. So at some point, we'll probably just get him at SHOT Show if he remembers. Defense Dad, I salute your efficiency. Yeah, although yo would have been less letters to type.
Less letters and shorter.
Yeah. It would have been way easier to type too. You could have said ditto.
Yeah. I'm going to read this as, why, hello, Kevin.
Hello, John.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Instead of,
hello,
Kevin. I think you lose a little context when you go to typed. He's overrated. Wow.
Oh, dear.
Growing already.
Where's my gun snob patch at?
That thing's going off the wall. That's right. See what happens?
Straight off the wall,
snob.
Off the wall.
That's
right. Yep. I support that patch removal. I think that was the right move. Do we cheat him and how? Yeah. Yeah, he beat me to that law firm. That's the one I usually work with.
Mm-hmm. I did see the Gun Snob and Gizzard Gary out at IV88 and then again at TriggerCon last week.
Oh, wow.
It was awesome.
Good to hear.
Too much of the snob, isn't it?
Gear-Report target. I don't think that's a Gear-Report target, actually. Ouch. We're just getting warmed up, baby.
Yeah, snob.
Yep. Yeah, although...
Ouch, he said I was overrated. So, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
No. Goes around, comes around, buddy.
Yeah.
We're equal opportunity offenders over here.
That's right.
For probably a shorter time duration this evening. So I'm going to do something that I usually forget to do. What in the world? I feel like this is the Gizzard Gary equivalent of a safe word. Like, this is him saying, send search and rescue and paramedics. There's something dreadfully wrong.
Snobs in my house.
I don't know. I read it like this. I ain't never had too much snob.
And then
all right. This is shaping up to be an entertaining show so far. All right. So we're going to get that off the screen because it's kind of freaking me out. And Boo ATF is really, it just needs to stay there.
Universal.
I got a new pin at IV88 too. Check that out.
Abolish ATF. Hey,
it's from the Gun Owners of America.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And they also killed it with another really cool patch. It says, save a pup, abolish the ATF.
Yeah.
Nice. I gotta get my patches going too. SHOT Show's coming up.
Hopefully, at SHOT Show, they typically are set up out in the hallway, right? The main hallway in the Sands building.
They were on the first floor.
They were on the first floor last year.
Yeah, in the basement next to PTR.
In the basement, yeah.
Yeah, everybody
like walked by and then they steered away from them. Like they're like, oh, we don't want to go down that aisle.
Yeah. I took a selfie in front of their booth,
and
then I got this patch, an ATF patch.
Huh?
Oh, does that mean you're official?
I guess.
Okay, so if you hold that up just for a second. I want to.
Like we know where he is.
To talk about, and I would really like to see if we can't get some traction with this.
Why are the scales?
It is alcohol, tobacco, firearms, and explosives. There are 4 things. Why does it seem like all they care about are firearms? When if they're protecting people, alcohol and tobacco kill exponentially more people.
No,
they probably kill more people in a month than guns do in a whole year. It's probably more like in a week, alcohol and tobacco combined kill more people than guns kill in a whole year. I would bet. And I don't understand how they can rationalize the focus on firearms which, you could argue that explosives in most years are probably the lowest thing on their list. So I'm not going to say give explosives more attention. But firearms, really? You've got alcohol and tobacco.
Yeah, I don't know.
Seriously.
You don't have the Bill of Rights spelling out your ability to have alcohol or tobacco, right?
Right, but I guess my
They
point
probably pay them
is,
way more.
that in addition, those two things aren't protected the way the right to own firearms are, but they focus on the thing that's protected instead of the two things that aren't protective that kill way, 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 way more people, destroy way more families. It is absolutely insane to me.
That there's what you call ironic.
Oh, Stacy's here.
You missed
What
you
did you
missed all
miss?
kinds of stuff.
Where is it? I'm looking for the one. I'm pretty sure this was it written? Oh, it wasn't. It wasn't attributed to Mystic Guns like I was assuming it was.
That's
I
what I
never
thought
had
it
too
was
much
for.
snow. Oh, that has a completely different meaning then, potentially, if it came
See?
from.
That's what I said.
Wow. Okay. I hadn't even thought to go
You
there.
never hear Stacy say that.
Yeah. They take the guns away first, the rest fall like dominoes, makes it easier for them. Potentially, maybe that is it. But I said, okay, I could buy that argument. Like, it would be too dangerous for them to go after alcohol and tobacco while people are armed. So they first disarm people, then whatever they want to take away,
Pretty much.
whether it's
Oh, yeah.
alcohol,
Sure.
tobacco,
You're not listen.
explosives, anything else.
You're not taking away my guns, but I guarantee booze is right behind you. You're not taking away my booze.
Mm.
We'll throw some hands.
Did you see that comedian recently? He was doing like some stand-up comedy, and he says, "It's the second thing we wrote." It's
Yeah.
hilarious. He said, "Out of all the things in founding a country, say whatever you want, but you better buy a gun."
Yeah.
Yep.
But seriously,
Well, back then you can make your own gun.
Yeah. I do think that there should be some traction there. Like, faced with the sheer numbers of people killed by alcohol, families just ripped apart by alcohol, people dead from the effects of tobacco, and all of the bad things that go with that, all the medical cost and everything. In the face of those numbers, compared to what guns have done to harm people, we're not even in the same ballpark. And I don't understand how someone hasn't run with that argument and been like, you can't argue this, just shut up. Just go after guns and alcohol and tobacco.
Dude.
That's what I meant. Go after alcohol.
Yeah,
I know.
going
I
after
told you
guns.
before, it's going to be a short show because I'm tired and I got
Just
to the
tired.
road in the morning. I'm
not tired. I am just right.
Yeah, I could sense
Had kickball game,
disappointment.
fired up. Just
Before the show, you're sending me messages, and I said it's going to be a short one tonight. Why?
I know.
But I want to stay
we
up
had,
all night.
we had an early kickball game. I threw a little food down. I've got 3 desk. I got 15 more in the cooler. Let's go.
Wow. 15 more. It's like 3 weeks
Jeff's
worth
like,
of beer for me.
Going tomorrow.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Dude, SHOT Show's coming up. I got to prep.
Well, that's a good point. I am going to have to start pre-gaming a little bit for SHOT Show.
No, you're fine.
you
You're fine.
train
Dude.
like you fight,
just
right?
listen. I'll look out for you, Jeff. It's fine.
Shut up.
You be my little baby.
Oh my goodness. You don't know the things that I have gotten into when
so
TJ was
times.
supposedly supervising me and keeping me out of trouble. Like, I don't know how I'm not in prison.
All of a sudden, you're stealing the "Welcome to Las Vegas" sign.
Yeah, not yet, but
you can't see it. It's fine. I can't see it over there. It's all right.
can't see. Yeah, it's off screen. We put that little on-air light in there to mask the glow. There we go. Now we can see your on-air sign, and you can see my on-air sign. You can see all of them. Oh,
that's crazy.
Okay, so hold on. What was different about this? Oh, it just makes us bigger. Shrinks our background. There's that one. Oh, look at that.
Living
I'm
La
not
Vida
saying I'm more
Loca.
important than you, but
fantastic. I wonder who the boss is. Oh, Jesus. Now it's.
Yeah. All right.
See where we stand? See where we're at?
Nice to have you on the show, Kevin. Thank you for joining.
Damn, Jeff.
Come on down, Jeff.
Thanks, Kevin.
Yeah, we just moved. All right. I think of all of those,
Damn you.
which one did I like? Was it that one? Yeah, we can see your whole on-air sign pretty much on that one. So we'll do that one for now.
Nice.
That shrunk us a little bit.
Whatever makes you happy. You're in control. I'm just sitting here.
Hey, I'm just randomly
looking pretty drinking beer
over here.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't necessarily understand pumpkin spice, but I don't hate it. I just don't get it. And I feel like, there are people who get upset that holidays like Christmas have been over commercialized. Have you heard people like that? Do any holiday, like, oh, it's just
totally okay with Valentine's
the
Day,
card companies and and other retail endeavors have pushed too hard on air. All right, awesome.
There you go.
That's good.
I can see that one.
Right.
Oh, Defense Dad, check out Meat Canyon's thing on pumpkin spice. It's fantastic, dude. It was funny as hell.
Did you say Meat Canyon?
Meat Canyon. He does a cool little YouTube videos. He draws them all and stuff and voices them. It's just, dude, it's exactly what you think it would be with the pumpkin spice. It's hilarious.
You said Meat Canyon, and I had flashbacks to one of Tommy's girlfriends in college, and I was like, "Wait, what? They made a cartoon about what's her name?"
Yeah.
They called her Meat Canyon
for a reason,
or she called herself that. I don't know. It's yeah. So all right, we need to get the show back on track here. So let's do something productive.
Come on, why? All right, what are we doing?
I'm going to warn Kevin. I'm going to come back to him in a minute and ask about what, because he's like on the road all the time. So I want to hear where he's going, what shows he's going to, where people can find him if they want to get their hands on GSL stuff. And while he is preparing for that, because, I like to give people time to prepare, I'm going to pull up on the other screen and do a little shameless self-promotion. All right, I clicked the share button. Is it going to share?
What are we doing? I don't see anything.
Come on, baby. Daddy needs a shared screen.
I'm still
I don't see
fantastic
nothing.
looking. I'm the moneymaker right here.
Dude, the little wheel thing where you click the mouse, it turned from a pointer to a spinning circle.
You know why?
It's just spinning and spinning.
Because your computer is just a little baby. It's a little baby computer.
Hey, there I see something.
Oh man,
swag shop.
Our swag shop. Yeah, dude.
I almost inadvertently clicked on the end stream button there. I about freaked out. Yeah, so here's some shameless self-promotion. We talked about we talked about this a week or two ago, where we rediscovered on air that we actually have a spread shop
after a year.
Yeah, after Gary said something about, you can get stuff at his spread shop. And I was like, spread shop? That sounds familiar. And lo and behold, we have a spread shop.
There's a Gear Report apron right there.
I know. I'm ordering an apron.
Yeah. I was wanting to put on the back. They only had writing for one side. And I wanted to put something on the back about, like, where's my sandwich or something. But
I'll give the Chris. I'll wear it all the time.
That will go over poorly.
That'd be fantastic. I say it all the time over here.
Yeah.
I'm always like, good thing you can make a good sandwich.
Yet you're still skinny.
That's why I keep you around. I know.
I didn't know better. I'd say she's not rewarding you with sandwiches.
The
It's not.
spread shop. That's awesome. Do they do patches?
I don't know. I set this up sitting in the parking lot
Wait.
at the Greensboro Aquatic Center one day.
This is the second time I've ever seen this page. Like, he didn't even tell me about it. Like, he didn't even tell me about it. Like, all of a sudden, like, oh yeah, I think we have one of those. Like,
set up
look at
and
that.
forgot about it, and then I was wondering, like, how come no one's ever ordered anything? Because I've never showed it to anyone. And I remember why is I was still exploring to see if they have patches, if they have other things. And this is just Gear Report reviews. I need to upload Gear Report firearm, and camping gear report, guitar gear report. I need to get all.
How do I find this this store, Jeff?
I went and had visors made and everything.
I'll put the link down here in the discussion because I always forget to do that. The other thing I always forget to do. I may have to edit this. All right, so we're gonna delay the Where's Kevin discussion in a minute. We're still gonna get to that, but watch the ticker. Sponsored by Maxim Defense, right? Mm-hmm. Special thanks to our patrons. Patreon.com/Gear Report. Okay, so everyone knows the nefarious activity that Patreon has been involved in recently, especially in reference to the obnoxious one, who for no apparent reason was just ripped right off the platform. And, they like, oh, well, we're going to refund the money to the people who submitted it, I guess is the way to word that. And now a bunch of people are pulling off of that. I was supposed to this week look into alternate crowdfunding options. I hate to use, I think it was Snob that said that most people are going to YouTube subscriptions. Yeah. And I'm like,
I've seen that. I've seen some Instagram subscriptions.
I mean, that's where Gary, Snob,
I hate to
Shooting Out in New England, all those guys.
To count on any monetization through YouTube when I don't know that they're much, if any, more friendly to our cause and the type of things that we talk about than Patreon. YouTube goes through their cycles where they just smack everything gun related around and kick people off the platform. And I don't know that I want to invest any time and effort into moving onto
what else do we have?
That platform.
Utreon, there's Ultreon or whatever it is. I don't know how to monetize on there though.
I had always suspected that OB was affiliated with a criminal organization. Oh. Yeah. But I mean, honestly, just about everyone who participates in this program would be, there are people who would say that we're, what's the word they keep using? Seditionist, something like that. Like, I'll tell you what, if that January 6th thing was an act of sedition, it was the most incompetent, terrible, poorly planned, poorly executed, like not even armed attempt to take over the government.
Right. That was because they said there were no guns allowed, so we followed the rules and said, all right, it's fine.
And it really makes you wonder, like if and there are people who really believe that was like a legit attempt to take over the government.
Oh yeah, I've got friends that are like that.
The only person that got shot was unarmed.
Yeah.
Yep.
If Jeff wants my money, he will use YouTube channel memberships. Just saying. Yeah, I'll think about it.
There you go.
Yeah, but YouTube has definitely slapped hands.
Oh yeah.
Right? They've definitely slapped hands for firearms. They've removed a couple of my videos just because they're like, you were endorsing a firearm in this video.
Right.
I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. You feel like asking them, like, did you actually watch it?
All right.
Do you speak English? Because sometimes I think they don't. And then you hear about this stuff. Oh my goodness. So it's funny what rabbit holes you go down when you don't have like recently published content to talk about.
Or any published content.
I think maybe we talked about this last week about a video I stumbled on. Patrick Bet David, it's like hyphenated Bet David, does interviews of people. It's a guy from like Persia or Iran, somewhere over there, that has been in the country for a long time. I think he was in the U.S. military, and he interviews all sorts of people. And he interviewed this low-level contractor that had worked for Facebook, moderating different groups of stuff, different types of content. And this dude was like, you wouldn't believe the shit that they know about that they don't do anything about, all sorts of behind the scenes closed groups for things that are almost unspeakable. Some things he's like, yeah, they are unspeakable. I'm not even going to tell you what some of this stuff was because it is too depraved. And they let that stuff go. They know about it. They monitor, they watch it.
Depends on which side it is.
To anyone. But, you even imply that the Rona wasn't 120% as bad as they said it was, and they'll kick you off the platform. But then they let people, make arrangements for, killing puppies live on the air, passing kids around between them. And it's like, oh, you'll let that, but we can't, whatever. So anyhow, that's Facebook. And then YouTube, I don't think, is far behind in terms of how they run their platform. And let's see. 100,000 people mistakenly forgot to bring their gun. It is crazy. It was the absolute worst excuse for an act of sedition I have ever witnessed from afar.
Yeah, it was like I told somebody, I told one of my friends, I said, it was a protest that turned to an unguided tour.
Mm-hmm.
I said, that's pretty much it. I said, I've seen so many videos. There was a little bit of damage, but for the most part, it was, guys walking around like, hey, what's going on? It's awesome.
Yep.
They had the one little section where the girl got shot, and then they were a little crazy trying to get in the doors there. But other than that, it was, just peacefully walking around like, hey, check this out.
Yep. And I think for the most part, they didn't even break in. Like, doors were open for them.
Most of them were let in.
Yep.
There was video of them holding open the door for them to come in.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Waving them in. Come on.
Yep.
Yep.
But it's politically expedient for some folks to call them seditionist and act like that was a legit attempt to topple our government. So, absolute craziness. Good thing about YouTube is we have a friend that is able to help us out with his connections at YouTube's. I hear that rumor. I'll leave it at that. It's not that I don't think our friend can produce. It's that I hear about things. Oh, that's the same one. I hear that he's able to make things happen, but then I don't see much happening. Except calls to be patient, that there are people in there fighting the good fight. I'm like, how many years are we going to have to hear that? Okay. I now interrupt this program to direct your attention right down here.
Crystal,
birthday,
happy
TJ?
late birthday, TJ.
My birthday was yesterday.
Go.
Was my second 48th birthday.
Really?
I'm counting back down. If I hit 0, that's a good run.
I think you had a good run already, actually.
Thanks.
I mean,
Just
not saying
drop.
you should stop the run, but okay, realistically, they probably shouldn't have gone in, but it was far from an insurrection. Pansy-ass politicians. Yeah, I agree with the last part. Should they have gone in or not? I honestly don't know. Like, I'm not going to render an opinion on that. I will agree that it was far from an insurrection.
I feel like if you want to
they
take
weren't
over
deterred.
the country,
oh my God! If we wanted to
take over the country, you were in the wrong building.
Right.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. So which building would you recommend? Like the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation headquarters?
The Capitol is not it.
Actually, yeah.
I actually went to the Capitol, right? My National Guard unit was activated towards the end of January. And we were up there January, February, March, around those giant freaking walls around the Senate and the Capitol buildings.
Yep.
Right. So I was there with the Capitol Police for 4 months. And I guess the running the running joke was that we were keeping all the criminals inside.
Yep. So you were part of the Capitol Police?
My unit was, yeah. I'm
Interesting.
with Georgia National Guard, and we got activated for assistance to the Capitol Police for that.
Oh, I remember they showed the pictures of these not too happy to be there looking National Guardsmen walking in. You may have been on the TV, and I may have been like just not thinking that I'd recognize anyone and not even noticing.
I'm sure I was probably on there somewhere. Who knows?
TJ, it's official. You are now a whippersnapper.
I am a whippersnapper to Gary. Gary's got me by a few years.
Yeah. Okay. And now it's time for this week's segment that we like to call Where's Kevin? Or Where's Kevin Gonna Be?
Where's Kevin?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it appears you're back in
Where's the
your
banner?
office. So we know where you are.
I'm back in my office. Yes, I'm back in Augusta, Georgia right now.
So
today.
you were out on the road with the RV touring for a while, right? Did that go down as planned?
It went perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Nice.
I went to, what was that? 29 September. 3 weeks ago. My gosh. So 3 weeks ago, I drove up to IV 88 range day. And
just throw some indiscriminate number of eights out there.
Right.
We all know who you're talking about.
88. We went to the IV 88 range day, and it was awesome. Right. We had a lot of fun, met some great people. I got to meet the gun snob, and that was fun. And the first time. And
second time,
not as much fun, I guess.
Yeah.
But it was a great weekend, right? I shot a clay pigeon with a full auto 22.
Yeah, that's neat. Was that
Yeah, it was with the Tittman M422s.
Yeah, that's a fun event.
So we did. Was it last year? It was last year that I had a little drone that we flew out in front of them and had a couple guys lined up with those Tittman full auto 22s. And I'm telling you, the one dude, he hit the drone with the very first shot.
Yep.
And it was like, come on, dude. At least make it look like it's difficult. But it was
right.
And then they hit it a bunch more times. It started smoking. We're like, there we go. That's what we're talking about.
Shorted out one of the little lithium-ion batteries, caught it on fire.
It was good times. A lot of fun this year. And so we did that, and then we loaded up and drove across Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee, Oklahoma, and out to Kansas. And we went to Flint Oak, Kansas, and it was awesome. All right. Flint Oak, they had the Trigger Con, right? Rainier Arms was hosting Trigger Con out there. And so it was a good time. Right? It was about an hour outside of Wichita. And so a lot of people had difficulty getting hotels, but I brought my hotel with me.
Right.
So
I found stay wherever I want.
Right. Just put down the stakes. Done.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so
dump everything in a drainage ditch. You're good to go.
Right. My booth, the GSL booth there was only about 50 feet from the RV. So
wow.
It was an awesome week.
Glamping.
Right. And that's where I was able to store. We stored all the machine guns and tents and banners and ammo and everything there.
Nice.
It was exciting stuff. And so, and then drove back through Missouri and, just linked up with some of the FFLs that I work with around the country and had a great time.
Nice. So where will you be?
Next, my next trip, I think is the Suppressed Fest, right down in Florida. November. That's going to be Veterans Day weekend. Yeah, that's my next major trip. I was looking at Wanamaker's also, but Suppressed Fest was one that I really wanted to go to.
Yeah, so Suppressed Fest and CanCon and Wanamaker's all the same weekend.
All on the same weekend. The same weekend.
Same weekend. I was like, come on, guys, don't you?
Who planned that out?
I don't know. Well, Adam's fine. We're far enough down here to where, like, oh, nobody's going to Wanamaker's, whereas everybody up north's like going to Wanamaker's.
Right.
I wrote honk for a good. Yeah, nice.
That's funny. That's funny.
Look at that. Your wife's trying to pimp you out there, TJ. All right.
Favorite guy's TJ's birthday. Yeah. Yep. It was definitely a good week though. I mean, we got in front of a lot of people. We shot a lot of suppressors. It was awesome. That's cool. Stopped at this FFL in Memphis and she said, Are you guys okay? Driving through here, you're not nervous? And I said, I pulled out my suppressed MP5 and the guy I was with pulled out his pistol and he said, we've got the safest RV in Memphis right now.
Right. We can handle almost anything.
Except that you two were inside and the RV was being ransacked in the
right. But damn it. Then you get my MP5 back.
Damn it.
Yeah.
It was a pretty good time.
Cool. All right, so it looks like things will be busy there. TJ, I heard what you said. You know, I like to think that that I'm more than just a figurehead in the Gear Report organization. I like to think that. Who knows? But I heard what you said. I heard how excited you were about glamping. So I'm not going to spill the beans on any SHOT Show plans. Oh, God. But I will say I saw how your eyes lit up. And it told me what I need to do to keep you happy.
It's all part of the SHOT Show experience at Gear Report is how close can we get to being murdered while we sleep?
Pretty much.
And still be able to walk. We always walk
pretty close. We've come pretty close a few years.
Yes.
Yep.
It's sketchy running through there.
Hey, I've got something to share with you there. Check that photo out.
Look at that.
That was January, about 3 weeks after those attacks.
Was it true? I didn't say. Did you do air quotes when you said attacks?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
So, what happened? I thought I saw on the news.
There you go. No, this was the. Is it working now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this was outside of the Hart building, right? And that's where my unit was. It was very, very cold. And so there was a lot of rumors about people sleeping outside and sleeping in the parking garage. And all of that was definitely over exaggerated in the media. Sure. Every single one of the soldiers that was there had a suite at the JW Marriott or at the Westin or whatever. Wow. And so
were you guys, did you actually have ammunition on you?
Of course.
Okay.
Well, the weapons aren't very good without it.
I hear you. And I understand the incredulity in your voice, but you understand that I saw multiple news reports that they had sent you guys out there like as a show of force, but didn't even give you real bullets.
No, that's not true at all. We had a loaded magazine full of ammo.
Gotcha.
Nice.
They didn't want to have it in the weapon, though. They thought it would be too scary.
Oh, yeah. But you still had to wear a mask outside.
They just thought it would be too scary, you know?
Look at that.
And so it was pretty exciting stuff. And while we were there, we, were Capitol Police officers. And so we had access to the entire campus, right? And it was really interesting to see, It was an exciting time.
Yeah. That's neat.
There are these tunnels that connect the office buildings.
I think a lot of people don't know about those. And I've ridden in the tunnels a couple times, and it's bizarre. It's like you're getting on a ride at Disney World. Like I thought we were on Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, and all we did is went from the office building over to the Capitol building.
Mm-hmm.
and there weren't any animatronics or music or anything. And I was like, really? You guys suck.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting.
Yeah.
We went through those tunnels and kind of got to see a lot of DC while we were there.
Yeah. All right, I got to catch up. I'm behind on notes, and I'm finding there are some topically relevant notes that I got behind on, so I got to catch up on those. Screw the
Oh, there's a
shithole
bunch.
in Memphis.
There's
All right,
all kinds of good stuff you're missing.
the gun snob. Gary, how did I miss that comment? Oh, good Lord, Jeff's going to set up a tent in one of those empty lots in Vegas.
I can see it.
Stranger things have happened.
I remember we had talked about doing that at SHOT Show last year, didn't you? You said you wanted to set up a tent at Range Day or something.
I don't know. TJ always wants to set a tent up because he's a big camper.
I love camping.
Well, you've seen how we roll when we go to big events, where we're going to be staying like at the range, and we put the big military tent up, and we usually show up in the Humvees. So we don't do that at SHOT Show.
You don't want to do that to SHOT Show. No, you don't want to drive across the country for it.
I don't want to, certainly.
Not when hotels are $80 a night.
Yeah. I can fly direct and be there in 4 hours.
Right. Or you could drive a Humvee there and be there in
4 days.
5 days.
Yeah. Driving. Actually, mine will do highway speeds, assuming it keeps working. But that's a lot of driving without breaking something. So who knows? If I were there and my ride were working, and we had some place with at least a handle to hold on to, or a place to sit. I don't know if that's important, but then we would offer a ride to Ghost Tactical when he inevitably is abandoned at Range Day, because that's what happens.
It's because he's so tiny. He's easily overlooked.
Oh,
I know Crystal's having issues. You don't have to tell me that. She's been having issues for years.
I think Crystal's having issues. Interesting. Please don't do this to TJ. He needs an actual bed to sleep in.
I mean, I prefer it. I did my freaking air mattress tent. Done.
Yeah. Yep. So we've got a new guy.
Low totem pole again.
I don't see him in the chat yet. Honcho Fett's in here sometimes. Honcho Fett may be joining us for SHOT Show. He sent a note inquiring about joining the Gear Report team for SHOT Show. And I was like, yeah, just call me so we can work out logistics. And this was days ago, and he hadn't called me. He sent me a kind of defensive note about, I don't know what you're talking about. I did see your note. I did read your note. I'm going to call you. I'm waiting on my new phone or something. And it's like, who knew it would take 6 days to get a return phone call? But we still got a month or two. We do need to book lodging pretty soon and flights.
We got to book soon.
Yeah.
We're going to find out a set number of people, and then, we can book our half-star lodging that we stay in every year.
20 miles away.
No, it's always within walking distance.
No,
we're always at least walking distance.
20 miles away. You get out of the peak crime zone, and that's where we thrive.
I like to walk through, feces and needles and all that.
Yeah,
sure.
It keeps you on your
homeless
toes.
people.
The last couple of times we've been staying at the Flamingo, and I think this time we're going to the Bellagio.
Interesting.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I told Jeff, I said, it was just me and him. I said he'd be screwed because I would have been like, screw it, I'm booking at the Bellagio and been done. He'd have been like, what? Like, that's it,
and then Honcho says he wants to join us, and effectively called TJ's bluff.
So that's it. So it's done.
Omar's here. Good to see you, Matthew. We got to get with Matthew and Marcus. Really, with Marcus about getting some of those the non-cure requiring paints, so you can do some firearm painting.
I have a lot of Frankenstein guns. They're just hideous. And my local Serco guy sucks now. So he was pretty good. Then he got bought out by somebody.
Oh,
and then their people are horrible.
What town are you in?
Melbourne, Florida.
Melbourne. Okay.
I want to go to SHOT with Gear Report crew. Seems like it would be an adventure. Well, in order to do that, Gun Snob, there are a couple process things that need to happen. Number one, you have to create and publish some content on Gear Report. We have a really high bar here. Like you actually have to do something at Gear Report. And then once you've done that, you have to submit an email to the SHOT Show Team Evaluation Committee, which is
one of those guys is a dick.
Which is led by yours truly. So far, we've got 2 people approved to go to SHOT Show.
I barely made the cut.
So it would be these guys. And I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure that guy was going to make it, but TJ gave him the thumbs up. So we were good.
Yep.
That vote was close.
It was close.
It was a little iffy. But seriously, Gun Snob, write something for Gear Report, and we can add you to the Gear Report team. And oh man, but if we take Honcho Fett, it's going to ruin the giant theme because Gun Snob's a big guy.
He's already Snob's already they already got their crap booked. He's already in.
You're saying he was teasing us?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
I know. Bastard.
All right. Shouldn't you all have done that already? Done what already, Crystal?
Book the rooms.
Book the room? What?
October, November, December, January.
We're gonna wait till like December 20th.
That's when you get the best rates.
Right. And then like what's left? Perfect.
Yes.
The presidential suite.
What are all those red
janky
X's?
is
Oh, those are the murders that were close to your area. Awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. How janky is it? Good.
Yeah.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
So,
have an
Crystal,
oven that works. Awesome.
we have had people speak up and be like, "How come you haven't booked this yet before?" And I'll make the same offer to you that I've made to these other people, not just people. Like, hey, you feel up to the process.
No, don't, because she won't find anything within the budget parameters. Is that a nice way of saying it?
Yeah.
See,
She's
there's a
usually
budget, Crystal.
spoiled, is what you're saying.
This is where you think the budget would be. Like down here, way below you, where you can't see is where the budget really is.
Yeah. We don't really have
normal
a budget.
people. We're here.
We roll like we have a big budget.
Yeah.
But that's the secret is
We got custom shirts, hats.
we don't really have a budget.
I get a tattoo. I'm getting a tattoo.
What?
Yeah.
Gear Report tattoo.
I'm getting a Gear Report tattoo.
Dude.
I won $100 off a tattoo at a raffle. So now I have to get a tattoo.
Yeah, we almost had coffee shooting out my nose here. I gotta stop drinking coffee. I gotta switch these.
I wonder why you don't sleep good.
Away from me.
Drinking coffee at 10 o'clock at night. This would help you sleep more.
Water. All right. Let's see. Where are we? Jeff enjoys the 1-star joints. Yeah. So
that's living large right there, Ghost.
Pimp out a Penske truck.
Defense Dad has been paying attention. He heard the discussion about glamping. And anyone who follows Gear Report even semi-closely knows that I've been stocking up on things like solar panels.
What's going to happen is we're going to stay
and other things
at the Bellagio parking lot. That's where we'll be. That's where we'll be staying, in the Humvee with the tent out there.
I've been stocking up on things that people use for overlanding. I have the shower stall. I have the battery powered shower pump.
Dude, we could do that. Stay in the parking lot. It costs us nothing, dude.
What is wrong with my?
It costs you like $40 a night.
Right, dude.
To keep a vehicle in the parking lot.
Dude, we could shower right there in the parking lot. Nobody ever know. I mean, homeless people piss there. What? Who cares? That'd be the ultimate adventure.
So this week, I hate to interrupt because that was a gripping conversation, but you guys have to understand my frustration here. This week in North Carolina is Education Week for most of the schools. They only do it 1 week a year. My youngest is supposed to be filling out free college applications. She's texting me 3 texts in a row while I'm on the show. Hey, can you pay for this and I'll send you some money? It's an application for a school that's not free this week. Like, what are you doing? Spend your time applying for free schools this week. Apply for that other one that you don't even really want to go to. Apply for that one later, like after tomorrow, which is the last day of the free applications.
Mhm.
I swear.
Wow.
I had it easier. I just applied to all the schools that sent me scholarship letters. That was it.
Yep.
Like automatically just, oh, you want me to go there? All right, apply.
Yeah.
But it was only like $60-$70 to apply every time.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, this one's 40. But so we've been spending all this time trying to figure out what school with a swim team is going to be the right fit for her. That's like, we're going this weekend, we're going to a visit to see for her to meet with some coaches and team and everything and see if she wants to go to that school. And she talked to another school yesterday. Oh, no, you weren't part of that trip, TJ. I was going to say, oh, you remember when we went to Louisville, but no, that was Chris Brooks and Jose Juan that went with me to Louisville. Check this out. You talk about budget accommodations. We stayed in the basement of my cousin's house. And as we are packing up to leave at the end of the NRA show, so we've been there for like 3 or 4 days, we're packing up to leave and they're boxing things up. And we're like, so you're moving soon, huh? We're like, oh yeah, we're moving today. Like, why the hell did you let us stay here? And my cousin's like, what, are you kidding me? Your family. Like, of course you can stay here. Like, but you have to move today.
But you're in the basement.
This is a multi-day job, and we've been here, and you haven't been able to move.
Well, they were hoping you would help.
Don't worry about it. What's that?
They were hoping
you would help.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Free labor.
And you probably should have.
That was poorly thought.
Yeah.
No, they didn't. They told us we were actually in the van pulling out of the driveway. And I'm like, wait a second, you're boxing. When is it you're moving? Oh, today. Like, why? Like, yeah, don't worry about it. See ya. Bye. Yeah, okay. Anyhow, but that's the Louisville is where that other school that she's looking at. And I'm like, she's looking at all these swimming schools. And then she sends me, I need money to pay for an application for a non-swimming school that I'm applying to on free app week to a school that doesn't have the free application. I'm like, okay, maybe she is mine because that's the kind of logic I would use.
Yep. Wow. Do you, I did not apply to any other schools than the one I wanted to go to. I said, this is my school. Here's my application. Here's the submission. And then I attended. It was the craziest thing.
Yeah. I had a bunch of offers and they'd come in at different times. So every time I got an offer in, I would just apply. I talked to the coach and he's like, oh yeah. So I'd apply. And finally when I committed, it was like, all right, I'm good. I was already been accepted and that was it. But until you actually, cause you're always waiting for a better offer. Like, oh, come on.
Oh yeah.
Come on. And then, my senior year was kind of like, I jumped great at first, district, regional. I jumped good. State, I was like, whatever. I've got like 70 college offers. I'm good. So I committed and done.
That was a good flex, though. I like that.
You like that, didn't you?
And for what it's worth, I knew TJ back when he was a college athlete, and he was spectacular. So, yeah. He talked a big game, but he was good. So.
No, I'm just a basketball player. I can't jump anymore.
Gary doesn't meet the height requirement yet. I'm fairly certain, was it last year or the year before, he was in the official Gear Report team photo in the press.
He was. He made it. I mean, if Armente made it.
There is no hurry. Yeah, I mean, no one else wants to stay there. It should have been booked 6 months ago, but we still don't know who's going.
Yeah, simmer down, woman.
From our team,
simmer down.
I think we've settled on 3 people, but we haven't actually talked to Hancho Fett yet to clarify. So he knows what he's getting into because he's never been to SHOT Show. He worked in the fire industry for years.
At the first email I sent him, I said, we stay at less than stellar accommodations. Yeah. He's like, all right.
Yep. I'll go if you want a midget crew. The contrast between TJ and I are what 6'3", 6'4", somewhere in there. Honcho, I don't even know how short Honcho is. He's not in our height range. I haven't seen him in person in years, decades actually, but he was more diminutive. So it could add to, like, we do stair steps for pictures, bing, bing, bing,
Yeah.
down.
Yeah,
And then we
across,
go stand with Josiah at Palmetto. He could be the end of the line as the little tiny guy. Rona.
Yep, definitely.
I have a big budget. All right. Well, I appreciate the invitation, Ghost, but I don't know. We may book something elsewhere and not impose on you and your big budget. Or we may. I don't know. It was around $40. Congratulations. $40.
I mean, shit, that'll get you half a week stay where we stay.
That'll get you 2 drinks on the airplane on the way there.
So
no, it won't. It's pricey on the plane, dude.
Yeah.
My booze on the plane trip over costs more than my plane ticket.
Is she saying you're a 4-star boogie boy or you're a bougie boy?
Bougie.
All right.
Bougie. She in the house about bougie. But
she just knows how to be bougie.
I do. I like when I stay at hotels, my stipulations are it has to have a bar and at least some kind of food at the hotel. Because if I don't want to have to go anywhere, I don't want to go anywhere. And that's it. But yeah, we should stay at like Alofts or something like that.
You can find almost anything on Amazon Vine Defense Dad. You got that right. And I'll tell you what's funny is I think the Gun Snob's the only other person I know that's in the Vine program. And he will sometimes send me a note when he finds something good after he's requested one for himself.
After he's got
left,
the one.
Hey, check this out.
I just got one.
I've looked. All they have is poop in a bag ones. Yeah. I've done that. I don't really like doing that. I'll send you guys a free. There's always this inflection point in a show where I'm like, we're off the rails.
Listen,
oh my goodness.
If you'd have seen
even a track around anymore.
If you'd have seen how much poop we walked through last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that story,
you never finished that video. Did you finish that video?
Maybe I posted an Instagram.
It was shorts, I think.
Or it was either a shorts or a reel or something. I don't remember.
All the poop.
But it was. I said I was going to stop and take a picture of.
We would have never made it the SHOT Show.
Of every poop that I found on our walk to SHOT Show, and it took me like 8 minutes to go 7 yards.
Yeah,
and I was like, click, click, click.
Yeah,
I was taking.
We're never gonna make it.
I wasn't framing the shot and taking my time. This was rapid fire pictures, and they were taken off without me. I was like, I'm gonna have to abandon this plan without even going a whole 10 yards.
The go gadget cart.
Oh my god! Yeah,
yeah. Whole album full of poop photos.
Dude, it was every day. It was like, oh god, it was like dodge the poop when you're walking up there.
There was poop everywhere.
Wow,
absolutely crazy. These days, you have to pay just to apply to a college. Yeah, ain't that the truth? Well, it's about the money. I mean, it's not about preparing kids to have a better life or anything. It's a big money making pyramid scheme thing. Trying to tell you she doesn't want to swim in college. Sometimes she does say that, and other times she's like, no, I really do want to. So we'll see. I told her if she doesn't go to a school where she can swim, that she needs to do 2 years at the community college where it's cheap. Yep. And she's got a little more supervision, because I know that kid, she will lay in bed all day and not go to classes for a week or two. And then it'll be like, oh, I missed 2 weeks. May as well give up.
May as well drop all the classes.
We'll have spent, 30, 40 grand for her to have a semester laying in bed, which she could do that at home for free.
Truth.
Snob.
So has anyone noticed, since Gizzard Gary's on the screen now, we've basically turned into one of Gizzard Gary's shows where it's nothing but going through the comments. Yep. This guy gets it. I think Gizzard Gary, I don't want to tell people how to do their job, right? But he keeps trademarking yo, which I think is a false claim. but he hasn't trademarked "This Guy Gets It," and he said that like 4 times already. So I think he may be a little
Are
confused.
you down? Are you up in the chat? Or are you down in the chat?
Me?
You're way up in the chat.
I'm trying to catch up.
No,
The
you're not
comments
even close, dude.
Holy smokes! All right, I
You're
gotta
not
get
even
down
close.
here. What happened?
You're going the wrong way or something.
I must have been. I'm gonna come down here. I'm gonna
Yeah,
start.
there you go. There you go. Perfect. See?
Walk to shot. Yes. Yes, we walk most of the time. I mean, we got a car a few years ago and drove, and that was just such a pain in the ass.
Getting a car is worse.
Dude,
best thing to do.
Finding parking, we walk.
Right.
Either we stay
crazy.
right there or we walk.
Get an Uber. Uber is way easier.
True. Walking's way easier.
Yeah, I think we determined, Gary, I had scrolled the wrong direction or something.
He did something, Gary.
But hey, it was still an interesting conversation as we were going that way. Let's see. Post our poop. It wasn't our poop. It was other poop that was along the sidewalk beside the sidewalk.
One of them was my poop.
As far as I knew, none of them were.
I mean, one of them was. We were outside that Mexican place, and you were in the shop, and I was like, I couldn't wait.
Yep.
And everybody else is doing it.
I was wondering about this.
Oh yeah.
Are we not going to see them?
They're in the other room. Yeah.
Oh, son of a bitch! All right.
Me and Killian were lighting each other up with them.
Maybe next time.
Next time we get them.
As part of my, I
was getting ready to send you all the reviews.
I like to, and you can do that. I like to give the type of gifts that keep on giving. Like anyone can give you something that you get and set on your mantle and it's just there. I try to send people things that allow me to instigate without actually being there. So I sent Crystal. Actually, I sent 2 gel guns. I told TJ, one's for your birthday. The other, you decide if it's for Crystal.
You know what happens though is, like, I work late, so I get home, shit's already unwrapped, and they're like, "Look what we got." I'm like, I get one of those?
They don't know what snacks and beverages.
And they don't look.
Is.
They don't look. Well, they know it's me, and they're like, "Oh, what Jeff send TJ this time?" And they're like, "Oh,
really?
Gel guns, awesome!" When TJ gets home,
old,
he gets shot.
Yeah,
I can't decide what I think about that.
It's tough love.
I like what they did with them. If they ambushed you when you walked in the door,
Killian had I walked in, I was like on the kitchen, I was like, "What is this giant?" There was a tray of
stuff.
It looked like fish. It looked like fish eggs, and I was like, "What is this?" And he goes, "Oh, check this out. This is what Jeff sent." And I was like,
"Nice."
I said, "You get it one end, I'm getting the other. Let's go." We're like, no safety goggles, nothing. Like, I don't need that crap.
I don't know how I got at the top of the comments because I see exactly where I was. I did this one, and then the next one, I was tall as you, but I didn't see this one after I saw she's trying to say she didn't want to swim. Then somehow I ended up at the top of the comments.
Yeah,
I don't even know how. All right, let me get back down here. All right, we already have post your poop, going the wrong way, not staying anywhere near the strip. I like my life and don't want to die in Vegas. You may notice how many shots we've been to, TJ, 6 or 7 or something. We ain't dead yet.
Nope. But we are getting. I noticed you're like testing the limits because, like, we were at like Circus, and not bad. Then we get the Airbnb. All right, this one's not that bad. Then we got the last Airbnb was like, all right, this Airbnb is kind of like we're pushing the limits here. So next time,
back to Circus.
No, I don't think so.
I think I prefer the crack addicts to the little screaming kids running around.
The screaming kids are a nightmare.
Well, the screaming kids, but then also,
but they did have shows.
You got to think about what kind of parent takes their toddlers to Vegas. It's those people too. The screaming kids are one thing, but those parents those are like terrible parents. So
The same one that doesn't care if their kid's screaming and
pretty much
watching a tablet loud as hell in the middle of an elevator.
Put them in the hallway.
Right.
What's up? No, never mind.
That's why I drink.
I'm not going to say who that was, but you stay at the Strip or 20 miles away, anything. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
we stay within walking distance. What are we like?
I'll be honest with you. The Airbnb a couple years ago where we drove, that was pretty janky too. I mean, it had bars on all the windows.
It did.
And the parking lot was like a big trash heap.
Yeah. This last one, actually, I didn't mind.
Yeah, me either.
Except for the poop. You just had to watch where you walked. I mean, a lot of poop. Like, I was like, I don't know how many homeless people were out there pooping on the streets, but
yeah,
it was a lot.
All of them.
All of them, pretty much.
Did the gel guns make a mess in your house, TJ?
We don't know. We don't shoot them in the house because I knew they were going to make a mess in the house.
Yeah, I've shot mine in the house a little bit, and the gel pellets are tiny. They're like they're like the size of the ball on the end of a stick pin.
Yeah.
For all you seamstresses, there's a reference for you.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
So they blast apart when they hit something, and then they dehydrate, and it's like dust, and it gets vacuumed up or left there, whatever.
But realize, Crystal's my wife, so if I do that in the house, she's going to want to clean 5 minutes later.
Yeah,
and that stuff's going to smear everywhere. She's going to yell at us.
So you're saying your next request is when I find a French maid's outfit online.
French maid's outfit.
We'll shoot it in the house, and you'll say, "Oh, now I got to clean that." And you'll say, "Oh,
put the outfit on."
Yes,
put the outfit on.
Outfit on.
Yeah, perfect.
Hold on, I got to start the camera.
That'd be awesome for pictures on the review.
Yeah,
saying.
Yep.
Well, you get a video. I get a video. It's not really of the maid's outfit, but
cracked addict lives don't matter. Yeah, hate to argue with you, but I hey, call me crazy. If your life doesn't matter to you, it damn sure doesn't matter to me. If you don't even value your life,
it's got a point.
You're not going to convince me that it's worth my time to. But we actually will spend some money. Not a tightwad like Jeff. I'm sorry to hear that. That's your loss.
We're frugal. Listen, this allows me to spend the $80 on the plane trip there, the $80 on the plane trip back on booze.
I wonder if my Vine Roomba will suck those pellets up if you let them dry first. I think it will. If you don't, they're squishy. It'll make a mess. It'll ruin it. Probably. I mean, I don't know. I didn't get a Vine Roomba. But I probably should at some point. But
it'd be like
it wouldn't work here.
It'd be like a horrible cleanup after a porn experience, I think.
I'd have to pick up all my
make sure it's all dry first.
Yeah. Like if you try to clean it up wet, it's going to be just horrible. I mean, like I couldn't even imagine.
Okay.
Hey Jeff, you said that you were going to show how to access your store. Where do I find that?
I put it in the. I dropped it
in the comments.
Yeah, it was a little early. I'll drop it in again.
It's right up where Jeff was earlier. Look at the comments.
Oh, yeah. Right up where Gary said the same thing 4 times once.
Yep.
It's way up there, dude. We had quite a few comments.
Dang it.
There it is. Swag shop. I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was report swag shop.myspreadshop. All right. Cool.
Yep.
Now I can get my Gear Report apron.
There you go. Ron Jeremy is my role model.
I'm getting one.
Yeah, this show's really going sideways.
So my nickname, Snob.
Yeah. We have eschewed tradition, and instead of having recent reviews, which we haven't done, and upcoming reviews, which we can talk about if you want to talk about anything, that's fine.
What's Kevin got going on? How about him? He's been over there in the corner, all lonely and shit.
Yeah,
like maybe he's got something new going on.
Yeah, but so and let me know if you have something. But so recent reviews, upcoming reviews, shit shooting. That's our normal agenda. We have been lately just staying on Boo ATF most of the time. We do have another segment that we're going to go to. But Kevin, what new and exciting things do you have?
I did pick up a new product, actually. I got the speed loader for the Tippmann M422s.
Yeah.
Right? Tippmann released a speed loader for it, and they're shipping out now. They're getting out to dealers, and they will load the M&P 22 magazines, and they'll load Tippmann's, proprietary M422 magazines as well. So that's pretty exciting. I'm stoked to get a review together on it.
Oh, my kid is still pinging me about paying for this college application.
Pinging me. Didn't you have money?
She didn't have access to her money, which is why she still has money.
That's a smart thing.
Okay. I'm going to apologize in advance to the ATF for taking Boo ATF off the screen. But it's time for TJ's favorite segment. What we do every week, we talk about the new guitars that have found their way into the Gear Report demo shop.
Awesome. I cannot wait.
I know.
He's opening another beer. I'm so excited. See?
Yep. All right.
Thanks, Mego Kart.
Thanks,
Gold Road Brewing Company.
We're going to start with, I traded for this one yesterday. I traded a
Guitar
bunch
Mageddon.
I traded for a bunch of guitar pedals and, effects and things for a variety of things. One of them, this is called a Bronco bass. It is made by Wire, which is a division of Fender, and it's I
want to see the bass.
Yeah, and it's I don't know how to play bass yet, but now I have two of them, so I can learn. So this is a 4-string bass. This is standard bass, and I've got the 6-string bass that we talked about last week.
Yeah. That's the one I want to hear. That's what I want to say.
The basses keep following me home, What can I do? So
baby's got back.
Yeah, pretty much. So the Bronco bass followed me home yesterday, but I got to show you how do I do this? I'm gonna have to take the screen for a minute.
That's right. Just take
right back. Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. Okay. So, may have to lower the mic here a little bit, get that out of the way. So we got the fancy Fender. They call this the tweed case, and all of their more expensive stuff goes in the tweed cases. And this one, in the comments, let me know if you know who Jeff Beck is, if you like his music, any of that. I happen to not really know a lot about Jeff Beck. I know a lot of guitar players love him, and this is the Fender Jeff Beck signature model. So I've been trying hard to get more higher end guitars to put on the Gear Report Demo Shop store, and I went through a dry spell where it was hard to get any, and now I have been fortunate and been able to find a few. I had a couple higher end Gibsons a couple weeks ago, and now that's a really, really neat, somewhat higher end Fender. And I'm pretty stoked.
Hashtag dry spells are real.
Man, ain't that the truth? All right. Let's see. I hope as I walk through the casino at SHOT this year, I get recognized by some random guy eating a steak. Made me feel like a big shot right up until I realized it was TJ. Yeah. I'll tell you what, I'm going to spend more time walking through the casino because the highlight of my career, the highlight of any of my careers, because I've had a couple of them so far, was walking through a casino at SHOT last year when a brand that I thought honestly was a little out of reach for me flagged me down, was like, oh my God, we've been looking for you. So glad we finally found you. And let's send you boxes and boxes full of guns. And it's like, TJ, does he know who I am?
Yeah. Just go with it.
Nope.
Just go
Right.
with it.
No, they did. They did.
Here's my
You look
address.
very-
Yeah.
you look very similar to Grand Thumb. Just go with it. It's fine.
Mhm.
Yeah. So anyhow, we like walking through casinos in Vegas for that reason.
Heck yeah.
I like
People
it.
watching.
I like it because the Circle Bar's there. So
Ooh.
I've got priorities.
We went for years before we actually really did the Circle Bar right, and I kind of
Last
feel
year was
bad
awesome.
about that. Yeah.
I know. Dude, follow. You should go with me every time.
Yeah. Well, we found that square bar on the other. What the hell? You've been invaded. Kevin, look
What
out.
the
He's sneaking up on
dude.
you.
You've got guns. What the heck?
I know, right? This guy is somehow here voluntarily.
Wow. That's freaky.
His name's Nugget, like chicken nugget.
Yeah. Wow.
Look at that little feller.
Yup.
I don't know. I feel like there are so many. Watch out for your nuts. Keep an eye on your nuts. He's going to get your nuts. There's so many
Right.
jokes that are
So many
available
nuts
here.
program. So many nuts
So
things
many
going on.
nuts jokes.
He's a little sweetheart. He loves people.
Interesting.
So this guy, he fell down in the backyard when he was still very pink and very young and had his eyes closed. And so we've been rehabbing him, getting him back to healthy enough to fight all the big squirrels. Because if you let them go and they're not accustomed to living outdoors, they'll get killed by the other squirrels.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
And I didn't know that.
You could just get a cat, and then they can battle. And then once he beats the cat, then you know he's the shit out there. He'll be like the Conan of the squirrels out there.
Yeah.
He's the winner.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Squirrels will be dead all over the yard. He'll be up there like, yeah.
Yeah. You guys want to see this speed loader?
Yeah.
I have it.
Ooh.
So do you like
Right.
pour them in and crank it or something?
Right here at the top, it's got this big reservoir right here.
You have to
at the
pour them
top.
in any order.
Oh,
So you take
dump 'em
your
in.
box of ammo here.
wow.
Let's
Well, here we
see.
go, Jeff.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
I'd say give him the whole screen, Jeff, but it'll take you too long to do that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. Here we go. All right. So I'm gonna take this little box of
Okay,
ammo
so-
right here
Hey,
and
can you
dump it
still hear
into
me?
this hopper.
yeah,
still
we
hear
can
you.
still hear you.
Okay, so what I need to say for the guns are bad police.
This isn't a
This
gun.
is
though.
live ammo, but there's no guns here, and
There's
it's
no
just
guns.
a demo of how this thing works. Like
Right.
no one
so
could
this little
possibly get hurt doing this.
Yeah, there's no firearm at all. So this little reservoir right here, you close it, and then your bullets are trapped in there, and then you shake it, and the bullets all center
so they fall
down here like that,
They fall nose down.
Okay.
Cool.
right?
Yeah.
And that's really cool. Then you take your magazine and load it into the bottom of here, and it catches with like the AR catch right there. And then there's this little ambidextrous lever, and you turn that, and the rounds just fall down into this magazine.
Nice.
Right, like that. And then boom,
That's
I
cool.
just loaded up my M422 magazine.
That is awesome.
It's pretty
I like
wicked.
Much easier.
Yeah, easier on your hands. But that top
See that?
part where you pour them in and you got to shake it to get them to fall in.
Uh-huh.
I know. Here, I'm going to show you something. This is what you need. This is going to help you. Okay. I'm clicking the button. We'll see if it just.
I
spins
saw a
or
lot of
not.
shaking and a lot of cranking.
There we go.
A shake weight.
Shake weight. There it is.
Just
Uh-huh.
get your
As I
shake
say,
weight.
a lot of shaking and there's a lot of cranking going on.
This thing's actually really cool. And right here in the top, you see that white pad right there? You put a couple drops of oil on that, and it kind of like lubes up the bullets so that they'll slide in there a little bit easier.
Huh.
How wicked cool is that?
Yeah, that is pretty cool. I like that.
Yep.
And
So,
I like that it's got
My
it's got-
thumb's happy already.
Maybe
Oh, look at that.
maybe
Enfield.
this will be my first submission to Gear Reports magazine.
There you go.
Ooh, there you go.
Yeah, dude. Well, I don't know, man.
Called the thumb saver.
You're talking about staying at the Bellagio. We got to be careful who we let on our team
They won't.
Man, you got taste like that.
There's
You're
none of that going.
Yeah. Ken, if anyone remembers, why am I struggling to say that word?
Jeez, you're not even drinking.
Do you remember?
Our videos from the Fire Expo. So January before last, they canceled SHOT Show, and we ended up in South Florida, down a little bit east of Fort Myers.
That thing was
at
awesome.
the Force Center, which was an old, that's neat, at an old prison complex. And Ken came down and spent the day with us, and he was the featured shooter in a bunch of our videos for, I think he shot the Sky, their new pistol, and he shot, I know he shot WMD Guns. His very first AR was like a full auto AR with Mike at WMD Guns. Yeah, Ken was in a bunch of videos wearing his Dayglow green-yellow shirt. That was pretty cool. And I'm catching up on comments. I'm not going the wrong direction. I almost promise. Was that Mama San in the background there, TJ? Nice. Killian opened all packages no matter whose name is on it. Yeah, if that happened at our house, there'd be kids sleeping out on the curb at night. Yeah, we don't do that. That's it. I'm booking y'all's place. Hey, as long as you pay for it, you do whatever you want. But I'm telling you, I've had a couple people who stepped up and said, I will book us this year. Okay, here are all of your requirements. And then people, I think he spent about 23 minutes and was like, this is impossible. I give up.
Yeah.
And
like, dude,
other people tried a little bit.
Could your guys' budget be this? Like, no, our budget is as
budget.
Budget is way lower.
Yeah.
You're like, what's your budget? 0.
Yep.
So why can't we get 0?
Hey, did you see
as close to 0 as possible?
Did you see Defense Dad's comment earlier about the new threaded barrel for the life card?
I did. Yeah.
I am so excited about that. Okay. I met this guy, Aaron Voigt, out at TriggerCon, and he showed me this new model, and I am stoked. I'm going to get one of those.
We need the tiniest suppressor on that thing.
You want to see it? GSL actually builds the smallest suppressor in the world. It's called the Pillbox.
Oh.
Okay, and we had one of the first generation versions of the life card with a threaded barrel. Let's see if I can share this.
Well, here we go.
Here we go.
See?
Share.
It's good to ask.
Window.
Oh,
and share.
I beat him to it. No,
we'll beat me.
Bring this up.
Yeah, bring mine up because it's got the actual pillbox on it. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah,
would you look at that? So
that's neat how they did that.
Let's see.
That's really clever.
Sign me up for that thing.
Where did it go? It's not actually.
I have no idea. I have no control over anything. I'm just here.
1 second. There we go. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Close that one. Sorry, it's like it only shares the one share.
Dude, people make fun of me when I'm slow putting
this
things up
this is not super
I'll
easy.
that,
Okay,
that's why I like it.
There you go. There's another one that shows it.
Nothing's my fault. I have no control over anything.
It's not wizard stuff, man. There's a lot of windows. Do you see that second photo I shared with you, Jeff?
There's another one.
Boom.
Yeah,
there's the pillbox.
Sign me up, dude.
So Trailblazer had one of the GSL pillboxes on their life card, on that threaded barrel life card out at TriggerCon last week. Nice. It was awesome.
And apparently people like Aaron. And
Aaron, you mean?
Gary says Aaron.
Aaron. It was pretty cool. It was a great time.
Yeah, it's awesome little setup though. I mean, that's the tiniest suppressor. That's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
It's always interesting, Crystal.
And it's always fun.
Kind of a big deal.
She's not here.
I dare Nugget.
Like she shows up once in a while and she's all like, "Oh, it's good time."
Hi,
I
sweetheart.
wish they do the show in Immokalee again. That's the Force Center, the Fire Expo that was in January.
Yeah,
I agree, it was a lot of fun. That was a crazy amount of
was.
driving for me, but it was,
wasn't for me.
and it was still a lot, though. I mean, to go from where you are to the Fort Myers area, that's a haul.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard
The
a peep
bugs were
from them.
horrible.
Like, I don't even know if the Force Center is still operating.
I think they're still doing stuff. I just don't know. I think with SHOT Show actually going on, I think they're kind of like, what do we do? You can't compete with SHOT Show, so nobody's going to go anywhere else. So it's like, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Hold 2 or 3 more events around the country
Well,
during
let
SHOT
just
Show.
do it in
Book 'em at
do it
the
in
same
February.
Yeah.
Do it in February or March. I mean, it's Florida.
Mhm.
We don't get cold down here.
Mhm. You know what's coming up in February is the
We
Great
get
American
cold-ish.
Show, the Great American Outdoor Show in
I
Pennsylvania.
need to go up there
Isn't that
one
like
day.
a 2-week show or something?
It
in
is.
Pennsylvania.
It's 14 days in
How?
It's
Pennsylvania.
in Pennsylvania, so I'm like,
I completely don't get, though. And
It's in-
man, I feel so bad for the people who have to work that show because
It's
right
in
after
Pennsylvania in February.
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. It's Pennsylvania. It's like, like listen,
I'm going. I'll be there.
If it was in Orlando, fantastic.
Will you be there for the
No
whole
problem.
time?
Yeah, I'll be there the whole time.
You
I might
will.
even bring the RV up for it again.
14 days of talking to people, answering the same questions day after day.
You know, if it's 14 days of selling suppressors, I'll be okay with that.
Yeah. I hear you. That's going to be a little cool for TJ. Yep.
No, I'm good, dude.
All right. So
I'll be all right.
you remember at the beginning of the show when I said, I'm tired, I got to get up early. So this is going to be a short show. I was thinking 30 minutes.
How's
We're
that?
pushing
How's that going?
an hour and
for
30
you?
minutes.
See, it's been entertaining for you as well.
I know. But I really do need
But
to
if you're tired,
because I'm tired
fine.
and I got a lot of driving to do tomorrow. 2 weeks in Orlando would cost a year's salary. Yeah. And I didn't even get to the other thing. I'm going to wait to talk about. I have a political discussion that I need to rant about something. But I am going to try to be the responsible adult and wait until after this weekend's trip, just in case I hear anything that makes me go, okay, maybe I don't need to rant about that after all. But
it's probably not going to be anything.
I will tell you, I'll tell you that the word woke will be used in this discussion, and it won't be in a good way.
Oh, well then.
But I'm gonna hold off on that. So y'all get your woke stories ready. We'll talk about wokeness and we
don't have that problem.
Ways that it is a scourge on our society.
It is. I agree.
One day of
Where'd Kevin
people
go?
is too much. I don't know. I think you said something about Florida, and he said,
there he is.
I was going to say that was the picture of what he looks like with a tan.
I'm back.
Yeah.
I had to put Nugget away.
I get to see him at Suppress Fest. So that'd be awesome.
Yes, sir. I'll be there.
Cool.
We've got a booth there.
That'd be good times. Awesome. I'll be there.
Yup. I think we're bringing like 5,000 rounds of 9mm.
Nice.
It's not enough. No, I'm just kidding. It's plenty.
Definitely
Adam only sold it. He only sold X amount of tickets, so he limited it, which is good because I mean I went to the first Suppress Fest and it was, you start like if you don't limit tickets, people show up and next thing you know, you're like, man, I'm like 40 people back in this line.
Right.
Like, what's going on? And next thing you know, you're just waiting. You waited 30 minutes to fire a gun for one mag, and then you go into another line and do it all over again. You're like, oh,
yeah, that's silly.
It's too many people. Yeah, it's too many people. So he limited it to a certain number of people.
Worse when there's media there, because you remember that was part of the feedback we gave them at that first Palmetto State event a couple years ago. Was like, dude, we appreciate that when we showed up, they would like come out and grab us and pull us to the front of the line, but no one in the line appreciated that. So we're like, no, we'll wait in line. It's okay. No, come up here. We've been saving.
Nope, come on up. I was like, hell yeah, we're going up front. Screw you guys.
Yeah,
right.
Well,
Jeff had a little more Jeff had a little more feelings than him. I was like, screw that, we're going up front. I'm not waiting in line.
Yeah.
with
I had
less
lots of
people
reasons.
and less lines, I think it'll be a lot better, right? You'll have an opportunity
Yeah.
to actually hear the product rather than just an endless line of people shooting and shooting.
Because I mean,
shooting
it's and he's done. Adam said he's learned over the years. It's like, okay, like you can't just let endless people come in and buy tickets, because it's like never ends. It'll never stop. You're just like, all right, what do you got? I got 50 people waiting in line to fire this
But
suppressor.
he makes more money though, and he sells more tickets.
Well, yeah, but people don't have a good time then.
Yeah.
The people there don't have a good time.
Yeah, I got you.
Nobody would.
Okay.
Kevin wouldn't. Kevin would be like, he'd be loading up mags. That would be it.
This is last call for questions, comments, missives.
7.
Anything that we want to talk about?
In Bellagio.
Yeah. That could be a new name for Kevin. We'll just call him Bellagio from here out.
I like that.
Yep. Beats what people call me. I gotta tell you.
We should say the Bellagio, Jeff.
We should.
Well, they phrased it to me like this. They said, would you rather have your own room and it be really small and suck, or have a shared room that's awesome? And I said, we'll take the awesome room.
I was in can't remember what hotel it was now, but it was a conference in the
I was going to say, it wasn't the Days Inn at the airport in Vegas.
No, that was Howard Johnson, by the way.
Hojo. I forgot my bad.
There's the Hojo at the airport.
Dude.
No, it was one of the big ones. I can't remember which one it was. But we had a suite, and we had a suite so that we could entertain. So we would do like suite parties. And we've been to a bunch of these at SHOT Show where brands, instead of doing something else outside, they have the suite and the people are living in the rooms on the side, but it's got the big living room and little kitchen bar area, and they'll do like a bar in the room. And we did that. And I'll tell you, I found it a little bit more stressful because there were so many people coming in and out. Because we were using it for meetings during the day, we were using it for entertainment in the evenings. And,
so you never slept.
Right. Yeah. It was a little bit of a pain, but
sleep is for the weak.
Oh, the Super 8.
We stayed at the Super 8.
We stayed at the Super 8.
That's when we got the Rona. That's when we got the Rona.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because we were good all week wherever we were staying that year. I don't remember.
Yeah, we went over to we were right across from the Speedway at the Super 8, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, we had to check out and go the last day. It was the first time we did an Airbnb, and they couldn't extend it for the day that we went to Battlefield Vegas. So we had to go down across Vegas right by the Speedway at the Super 8. The Super 8 was badass. I really enjoyed
awesome.
The Super
I was
8.
like,
it was awesome.
It's so far away from the convention center. It was like, screw that.
Yeah, I thought about getting some patches made. You see how I backtracked on that like 3 different times.
They'll be coming out next. They'll be coming out next year. Look for 2023.
They're going to say Super 8 is really great. And I thought, I don't know what the market is for those patches. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do it.
You, me, and the 4 other people who stayed there. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh no! All right, this is gonna be funny. Oh dang it! But I'm driving the Prius because I can't take the truck. So I got a guy that I'm trading a guitar amp. While we're on the way to this official college visit for my daughter, we're gonna pull off at an exit in Southwest Virginia. Pull into the McDonald's parking lot. I'm gonna get an amp out of my car and put it in the back of this guy's truck, and he's gonna put a guitar in the back of my car, and he says he's going to be in a gray Hummer. And if it's an H3 like Ghost,
it's an H3. You know it's an H3, dude. You know it's an H3.
And driving a Hummer, he's going to look at my little Prius and be like, "Really?" And I'm not going to spend the money to drive 6 hours.
It's not worth flexing like that.
I know.
I mean. Kind of, I would have.
Yeah.
like stock.
I feel like I
guns.
should. But I actually have the car packed already, and it's late. I'm not going to do that. Man, I never thought I would see this comment on our show, really, but apparently the squirrel was a hit. All right, we have another hashtag. Hey, fancy hotel man. Yeah. Yep. I will never be confused with the fancy hotel man.
That'll be never be Jeff. Never.
But
Mr. Benedict, Mr. Bellagio.
yeah. Don't take a purple or blue light. Oh yeah, I wouldn't dream of it.
No, I wouldn't dream of it. Listen, I don't want to know why the sheets are crunchy.
No, it's far better to just not.
Listen, they're crunchy as it is. I don't want to know why.
Yeah. If you drove the Hummer, you could. What? I gotta get off the screen.
You could do a little docking when you get there. Like, hey, we'll tip the tip.
Oh my goodness. So, like I said, that's all the time we have this evening.
All righty. See you later.
Yeah, absolutely. As far as you know, it's been a pleasure. Kevin, thanks for joining us again. We do appreciate that.
Yeah. He said less people, more squirrels.
Yep.
Wow.
Please tell Nugget that he set new records for positive comments.
There you go.
Figured Jeff didn't know what docking was, bro. We probably I don't even want to say it. I feel like one of the best shows we've ever done. What is this? 133 or 132 or something. Of all of those this week at Gear Report shows, potentially the most entertaining is when you guys kept telling me stuff that I didn't know what it was, and I had to go look it up and then catch
200. At 200, we need to do that again.
And
at 200, we just need to have.
What I learned from that is you guys are sick.
We're sick bastards. Every one of us.
Seriously. Over
at the 200 show, you need to just say, all right, viewer, show me something to look up on Wikipedia.
Oh, geez.
There you go.
And
that's what I can leave you with tonight is a video of him eating.
There we go.
Yeah, a little fella.
Nice.
He's a sweetheart.
Well, I've been trying to get the watch time up on, so I keep telling people, and of course, I don't think to mention it until the end of the show, but for folks to watch, if you're going to watch every week, try to watch on the Gear Report Firearms channel on YouTube, because we're trying to get the watch time up so we can get that monetized. So we could just put that
subscribe to it. I mean, something,
and we'd be monetized by the end of the week. Yeah, what is that? I forgot about that episode. Yeah, I'll never forget about that episode.
Jeff's traumatized
for that. My therapist, who can thank that episode for her new Bentley.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nope, not looking it up. Not
at night. We can't stay at the Bellagio. Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
go check out the chocolate fountain.
Shit runs downhill. On the bottom of the hill.
Until next time, we'll see you at the range.